Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today I put together a video of just a few ideas of different tools and things that we use here for our dogs, ideas for bringing home a new dog or puppy into your home. So enjoy the video, hear what we have to say, and then as usual, do what works best for you. I was just going to show you a few of the grooming tools that we have here to use on the pups to kind of get started. I like these harder bristled brushes just because you're basically just kind of getting the pups used to being brushed, not necessarily brushing them. This I actually got at Tractor Supply in the horse section. And then these are just this actually is a horse one too, but they have the stronger bristles. I even have a human brush that I use sometimes as well. And then this is for maybe when they get a little older and you have some mats to pull through. And the nice thing is there's this thing, and then it pulls the hair right off. And then this is a blunt end scissor that I keep for cutting the hair out of their ears. When they get older, their ears get a little hairy. And then a clicker, if you are going to do clicker training. Otherwise, you can use a cue word, like I just say yes, because I always have that yes handy. I don't always have the clicker in my hand. And then this is the clippers that I use. I got it on Amazon. It was about $170. It has a nest a charging nest that it charges in, and it comes with combs, and then this adjusts as well. So this is what I use to do full grooms on my dogs, but on the puppies I use it to do their muzzles and things. So this would be kind of extravagant, but if you're going to try to do your own grooming, it's really a great thing. And then you just buy replacement, you just buy replacement blades every now and then. I can do probably 3-4 grooms on a blade. And the thing is when you're grooming your dog, just make sure it's really clean, and that extends the life of your blades. Now we're going to talk toys for a minute. So your puppy will be in prime teething mode when they come home, and what we try to do is keep things in the freezer so that they're cold on their gums, and it also slows down or adds to the time that they'll engage with the toy. So these literally just got delivered, so we will be sending one of these home with each puppy, and we'll also be using them here. I just take canned puppy food and kind of shove it down along into the crevices. I don't fill it full, but I fill it down into the crevices and give them to the puppies for chewing. And then I also buy toys that have like some divots and things in them, again, so that we can put some kind of treat or good tasting food inside of there. And then these are bones, marrow bones that we get from our butcher shop. We just give these to the big dogs, they clean them out, and then I refill them. And again, I give these to Rain when she has to be in her kennel when I go to work or anything like that. So the only thing is, with these types of things, we will talk a little bit about resource guarding. And when you give your puppy or your dog a high value treat like this, you always want to, if they don't walk away from it, you want to make a trade with them. So whatever you're using for training treats or something, some kind of a high value exchange, because if you don't do that, you can start encouraging some resource guarding in your dog, and you don't want that. You want your little kids to be able to grab the toy away, or anyone in your family, and you want the puppy to think of that as a good experience. So make sure that when you're using these chew toys, if you do take it away, and actually it's best to practice trading back and forth, so that when they are sitting there enjoying a bone or something, it's fine with them if you were to walk up, or your child were to walk up and grab it or get too close. So encouraging that trading in of these high value treats is really a great tool for encouraging a positive behavior. This is Rain's space that she stays in while I'm working, and this is also where we put her when I am downstairs working. She's 6 months old, but she still is, we don't leave her unattended. So this is kind of her, safe space. And this, sure that you get the ones that are at least taller than 24 inches, because your pup will be able to, I made the mistake of buying a 24-inch one for her, and basically by the time I brought her in the house at 7-8 weeks, she could tip it over because she could put her paws right over the top. But this is where she plays. She has a couple of balls, like that's a little toy food puzzle. There's this one that she's playing with right now is a food puzzle. I put kibble in the end there. And then at night, she has that pillow that she sleeps on. But if I leave it in here during the day, she chews on it. It's at night she's fine, but during the day she chews on it. So this is Rain's kind of safe space, or like my puppy needs a timeout because Sherry needs a minute away kind of spot. So this is what you want to set up either in your main living area. You don't want to isolate your puppy away from you, but I have my work from home computer right there, so this is where she is during the day so I can focus on work. Another tool that I want to talk about is a remote training collar. I know that people have a lot of mixed emotions about these. I personally love this, and I have this on both Nala and Rain. It is, you can spend hundreds of dollars on this, or you can spend, I think this one was $30, and it came with a card so that if I gave a rating, they sent me a second collar. So this is the name of it. I'll put a link in the description, and you can screw the little ends off so that you can't give them a shock. So your two choices are, this is beep and this is vibrate, and you can have two dogs on this thing. So Rain will come when I call her if it's convenient for her, but she has this collar on right now, and so I'm just going to give her a beep. Oops, I'm beeping Nala. So she's dog 1, Nala's dog 2. So I'm just going to give Rain a beep. And good girl, good girl. Okay, so she got a treat. Now, our electric fence was shorted out around the farm by the ice and snow, so she will occasionally wander down by the animals, and when she does, all I have to do is give her a beep, and she comes running like a cheetah, because she knows when she gets that beep, Mama's got some good treats. So she comes a running. So if you decide that this is a tool that you want to use, I suggest it for out here on our farm. It works wonders. It also has a vibrate. Good girl, Rainy. Sit. Rainy, sit. Rainy's not sitting. Can you sit? Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. So that's all the vibration does, is just gets them a little thing like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be paying attention to something else here. So that is the remote training collar. If you choose something like that, obviously if you live in town, you don't have the opportunity to let your dog run free, but out here on the farm, we certainly do have the dogs that are able to have a little bit more free space to roam around. For crate training, these are the crates. These are 24-inch crates. That one in the corner is a 19-inch crate. They'll basically be grown out of that by the time they come home. So you probably want to start out with one like this, or the full 36-inch one, and then put a divider in it so that they can lay down in it, but not have a lot of room to move around, so that they end up pottying in it. And then is what I do is I simply put that puppy in the crate. I use one of these little crate liners, and I put the puppy in the crate right on my bed. Todd sleeps elsewhere when this is happening. And you know, the pup's right there next to me. They hear me breathing. I can put my hand through the holes or the wires, whichever type of crate that you buy. And yes, there's some whining and that kind of thing, but it really tends to go very quickly. And then another tip for nighttime crate training is if they start wrestling around in that crate in the middle of the night, they probably do have to go potty. But for a bedtime potty like that, there's no treats. There's you know, maybe a good girl or good boy when they do potty, but I carry them outside. I put them down, they go potty, I pick them up, I say good job, and we go straight back in the crate, because these guys should be able to sleep through the night when they go home without having to go to the bathroom. And the last thing that you want to do is start a habit to be partying at 2 o'clock in the morning. By the time Rain was probably 4 months old, she slept in this large crate. So this is the large, I think 36-inch crate. So, you know, you can buy these things on the Facebook Marketplace. That's what we did. There's something sticky stuck to the top of it. But after she grew out of the smaller sizes that were on my bed, then she just simply was in this crate right in the bedroom, right beside the crate. So she knew that she was still not alone. And there's just a blanket in there. But now she sleeps in the office. This is the food that we feed our puppies. It is large breed Nutrisource puppy food. We've tried a couple of other brands, and we've had puppies that get diarrhea or loose stool. It's a local company. It's a mid-price. It seems to be a good quality. So this is what we use. If you get a puppy from us and you choose to use a different brand, we're always happy to send home a bag for transition. But this is what works great for us. Everybody, you know, there's different types out there. This is what we use. And here is how we feed that food. This is all dog food. So is what we do, and even for our big dogs, this is how we feed. So that the bag says for your size of dog, it should have probably, I think, 2.5 to 3 cups. So we put, say, 2 cups in here. We fill this with water, and then It's still 2 cups of food. It's just reconstituted. And then Rain gets half of this for breakfast and half for supper. And as you can see, it's kind of, it's softer and it's just reconstituted. We read a few years ago that doing this is a good digestive tool for your dogs because once they eat it, their stomach enzymes don't have to be softening the kibble. They can just simply start digesting it. Willow had a little, she just didn't like a lot of food. So once we started doing that, she ate. So, you know, we feed at the time six large dogs. So we kind of cater to the lowest. We cater to the lowest denominator or the highest denominator. I don't know. But anyway, it worked for one, so they all got it, and that's what we continue to do. Now these guys are both 10 years old. They're extremely healthy, and so it works for us. Again, you know, any suggestions or any videos like this that you see, you have to take what people advise and figure out what works best in your life. Like, this puppy is coming into your world and your home, and whatever you feel is best is what you should do. But if you are taking home one of our puppies, we ask that you have something like this ready for them. And if you choose to switch over to hard kibble, if you can have something like this ready and then just slowly add hard kibble to it throughout a few days, just so that they transition to that different texture, just so they don't choke. And then the last thing is the leashes. So we're just going to walk out here to the shed where the leashes are and talk a little bit about that. These are our large kennels that we use out here. Normally the puppies would have been raised for the last 4 weeks of their lives out here, but yeah, we stayed in the basement. We're trying something new. But they might still come out here for the last week just to get some more room to move around. And plus I've got some other toys, a ball pit and a tunnel and all kinds of other things for them that I would still like to be able to show them. But these are we get these at Menards. They're just a master paw 4x4 kennel. Something like this was great if you have a mudroom or a garage that's heated, someplace like that. If you want your pup to have a larger area, if you have to leave for a long period of time. And another thing is this raised bed. I'll put a link to this bed in the description, but it is, so far has been indestructible. It was $90, and it's just kind of a PVC type pipe with a netting in it, and it gets the pups up off the ground. And I really like it, especially for when our puppies are out here. Then even though this is a heated floor, they're up off the ground, and they also like to play. If you see some of our other videos on our Facebook page, sometimes the puppies hide underneath it and they play with each other. It's hilarious. But anyway, we use that's the sheep. We use pincher collars for our dogs. I know that a lot of people, good golly, let me. Everybody's just enjoying the nice weather here, I guess. Everyone be quiet. Okay, this is a puppy. I think it's called martingale leash. You'll put a link to it. It's a little bit of a pincher collar and then a nylon strap. And this just, rests on your puppy's neck while you're walking. And if they do start pulling, you just give a little lift up on the leash, and it just kind of gives them a little reminder that that's not their behavior that they're doing right then, and gives you a lot more control of your dog. I know a lot of people don't like these. I won't take a dog for a walk without one. Even our big dogs, this brand, this Springer brand, is really good. Sometimes you can buy cheaper ones, but then these are really hard to pinch together and run your collar. So there's plenty of videos on YouTube how to use them properly. Controversy over whether or not they're cruel for the dog. Again, that is totally and completely up to you. When I take a dog for a walk, I have usually 4 dogs, 300 and some pounds of dog that I need to control, and so that's what we use. It works great for us. And again, you can put this on your hand and jerk it and see what it feels like for your pups. It's not like these are hurting at all. It just gets in between that fur and gives them a good reminder that they're on the end of a leash, and they can't have certain behavior while they're doing that, like that behavior right there. So I think that's everything. I'm sure I've forgotten some major stuff, but those are the basics. And you can get as much or as little stuff as you want. Keep it simple, and again, just raise your puppy to fit in to your family and your schedule so that everybody is happy. I hope we've given you some beneficial information and some tools that you can use with your new dog or puppy. Number 5 and 6 are probably the most important and the most difficult on this list. So just remember to be patient and enjoy your new dog or puppy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see what we're up to next. Thanks for watching.